Next up, we have an incredible panel to dive into the world of live events within the AV industry. I'm excited to introduce our esteemed guests, Samantha Eberle, Sam Minish, and Deborah Jones. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. What do you think of InfoComm? Doors are open, people are on the floor. How you feeling?
It is buzzing.
It is buzzing for sure.
Awesome.
It's amazing. It's the best show on earth.
Absolutely. So wonderful. So if you all don't mind, can you each just tell us a little bit about your roles in the live events industry and then a little bit about what you're seeing now in live events post-pandemic?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So Amanda Eberle, I'm the general manager of AV Chicago. So we are an event production company. We are housed and live in Chicago, but we do events nationwide. And so in that, over the last 3-4 years of coming out of the pandemic, the shift and the energy of pent-up demand versus labor shortages and upskilling and reskilling, and to kind of where we are now. I know we're going to get into it a little bit today, but it's been an amazing transformation and a lot of learning and whatnot that has to happen in it. And when we were prepping and talking, we were talking a whole bunch about the labor market and how people are doing things and where that pent-up demand is, kind of looking at where we are now versus coming out of the pandemic and seeing that we're starting to level off a bit. But the excitement then of how events continue to go is, I'm excited about it.
Fantastic. Sam?
Great. So I'm Sam Minish. I'm the Vice President of Content Delivery for AVIXA.
I thought I recognized you.
Yeah, we've met once or twice.
Good name.
Occasionally.
Good name,
occasionally. So my team actually represents more of sort of the digital side of live events, right? So obviously we're producing the amazing thing that is AVIXA TV here. And one of the big things that we are seeing is the demand for quality is really, really increasing quite a bit. There's a pretty high tolerance for quality issues and whatnot during the pandemic. What we're seeing now, obviously not just in the AV industry, but around the world, is people are really expecting you to be able to deliver something sharp and something quality and something that is clean and put together really, really well. So obviously that's something we're striving for a lot here at AVIXA TV. And with all of the different live experiences that we're putting together.
Fantastic.
But I think that after COVID, I think live events have really come back into their own. And everybody else along the chain has stepped up to it. So if you consider AV to be sound, lighting, projection, staging, just look at the staging. You can have green screen, you can have LED wall, you can have mesh LED, you can have just fixed staging. On the video side, you've got incredible 4K video, you've got 8K video. If you've been to the Sphere, you've got 18K video.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable what you can do now, and everybody else is stepping up to that. And so you'll see that the audio is now better. The quality of everything, the audio, the video, all those things combined, and the staging are tenfold what they used to be. And I think a lot of that is inspired by the remote production that happened during COVID. And here, we've got loads of education. It's all about the people. If you don't have people, then you can't operate any kit. The kit just sits in its boxes. The people develop the kit and they operate it. And getting trained specialists to operate that kit to make our industry what it is really difficult. So what I'm recommending is everybody go out and get that education.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
We told you the excitement is palpable. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I know we touched on this briefly earlier about the, is it pent-up demand or is it business as usual? Deb, I know you're based at the QE2 Centre in London, amazing venue. What are you seeing in terms of that? I know, can you even tell the difference between pent-up demand and business as usual? I know you're always rushed off your feet.
Yeah, I mean, we're really, really busy. What we are finding now is that people they used to just obviously stream during COVID, but now they want to do a lot of video capture. They want to make up TV like we're doing now. They want to have video clips. They want to have pieces to camera, have outside socks, people drinking coffee, exhibitors having a great time, and then they want to extend that community. And the way you do that is with video on demand. So they've got the stream going out. They can't guarantee everybody's paying attention unless you get the analytics afterwards. So there's lots of different streaming methods. The whole streaming industry has really stepped up to the plate. And then afterwards, the video on demand, you can put it on all your social media. You can have a paywall there, or you can throw it out to your members and keep that community with you. And so I think video is making that live event extend until the next one, and keeping in touch with those people and helping them solve their problems. I think that's what it's all about today.
I 100% agree. I think that I think that so much of that is actually what's driving. So one of the big hot topics that we've been hearing a lot about this year, it came up at ISE, it has already, even on day one, started to come up here, is the convergence between AV and broadcasters, right? And I think that live events is a huge component of that, right? That's the thing that is bringing people together, and we need to be able to, like you were saying with the education, upskilling folks from both the AV side on a lot of these streaming technologies is how we're going to raise that experience between, and be able to bridge that gap between the people who are there in person and the people who can't be there in person still to this day.
So that brings me on to Upstream, which is happening in London on the 11th of July. And it's all about broadcast, all about this AV convergence. And it's going to be big. And at the moment, I think that a lot of end users are looking at this convergence. I'm with the AV user group, and we're going... we're having meetings at the moment about how that integration has occurred and how we can upskill people to take that on. Because it's AV is something that's in lots of sectors. It's always been in facilities management. It's always been part of the architectural design of venues and buildings. It's a bit of everything. It's in music. It's in concerts. It's in so many things. And this is just another thing. But we, during COVID, were automatically broadcasting. Even if the CEO was just saying, okay, I've got to send out my message, I'm going to rehearse it, you've got to put it on, you've got to record it first, but it's still going out as digital signage effectively to all the people at home. And that's what COVID did.
I think I see more of like when we're at events, and so we focus on what's happening in the space. So corporate, we focus a lot of corporate, nonprofit, gala fundraisers, political, etc. And what we're seeing a lot is how are we driving and engaging people to come to the events? And then as we're talking with clients, because they might not have the budget to do a full-scale, virtual, redundant event, what are your whys? What's your priority? What's the important things of it? Is it to capture content so then you can have that later for historical purposes, share it out to a larger audience, etc.? Do you want just a direct stream going out to your audience? Because when we look at the stats from COVID, we have all of that on viewability and are people paying attention and what that is. The ROI for a lot of our clients, at least, and what we're seeing is that they don't want a full redundant virtual event. They want to record it. They want to have a stream option potentially for those people that can't be there, but really their priority is getting people to the event. You're always going to make more and have more of a captive audience when they're there. And data shows that if they have the option to be able to walk to their kitchen and grab a drink, they're going to walk to the kitchen and grab a drink.
They will, 100%.
But that's
or
about
that
content,
cat video.
isn't it? That's about making your content decent.
Yeah.
And I was just talking about this on another session. You've got to make your content attractive.
Yeah.
When you're remote, it is very practical to do it, especially during COVID. But now that we've all gone back to in-person, as a venue, as you say, I always think that talking face-to-face, especially if you're trying to build a community, that's the essence of it. But at the same time, it's your responsibility. If you're going to do a live stream, you're going to invest money in it, it's your responsibility to create that content, to keep people listening. And it's about solving things.
Yeah.
It's about creating solutions. So you've got someone with an audiovisual problem, and the kit and the people need to get together and solve it and make it look beautiful.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
These are my favorite kind of panel discussions where I don't have to do anything.
Yes, like let's just sit back.
We just like set it off and you guys to do it. I mean, that's our time done. Like,
my goodness.
if people want to get in touch with you, you're all on LinkedIn, I presume, so they can they
LinkedIn,
can search
Exchange.
there. Excellent.
Yes.
LinkedIn,
Perfect.
Instagram.
Yeah, thank you so much indeed, all of you, for
Wonderful.
joining us. Enjoy the rest of the show. It's only just beginning, and have fun, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.